DJ here with ACHV PEAK, and today I have 10 tips to help you start losing weight right now. So first, we have take action now, right now. So often people say, I'm gonna do it tomorrow, and then tomorrow leads to the next day, Sunday leads to Monday, Monday leads to next Monday. Begin taking action right now. And that also applies to consuming information. So often when somebody wants to start something like losing weight, they begin to try to do all this research and studies and watching videos and listening to podcasts and all that. And that's great because it helps educate you, but it doesn't get you the results you need. You get results by taking action. So understand when you're consuming or when you're taking action, and you need to designate a lot of time solely on taking action. Number 2, focus on the process, not the results. So often people say, I want to lose 12 pounds, for example, right? You can't, there's no real way to get to, focusing on losing 12 pounds that actually helps get you there, right? And so that's the result. You need to focus on the actual process. How can you get to 12 pounds? When do you want to get to 12 pounds by? Break it down so you have 12 pounds in 12 weeks. I gotta lose a pound a week. A pound is approximately, say, 3,500 calories. That means I gotta lose 500 calories a day. How can I lose 500 calories a day? Well, I can do it by exercise or I can do it by nutrition. I'm gonna split it down the middle. So let's say I'm gonna burn 250 calories in exercise and I'm gonna eat 250 less calories than my daily energy expenditure that I'm required. So now I have a process that I can focus on, and then you start figuring out the actions you gotta take to get those processes. So for exercise, okay, I'm gonna walk or I'm gonna run or I'm gonna lift weights or whatever that might be. For, dieting or nutrition, figure out what kind of maybe diet or nutritional lifestyle you're gonna follow, keto, paleo, low carb, standard American diet, and then come up with a meal plan and then follow your processes, right? And then focus on each of those daily. Okay, number 3, take small, controllable steps. Again, you're trying to lose weight. Don't try to do everything at once. Don't try, say, I'm gonna do keto, I'm gonna fast every day, I'm gonna, cut out every carb possible, all that stuff. Do it one at a time. Maybe start with fasting or time-restricted eating. Don't eat your first meal until noon and stop eating your last meal by 8, so eat within a 12-hour window, but then still eat whatever you're eating currently. Right? And then in a few weeks or in a week, when you get accustomed to that, then start, say you want to do a ketogenic diet, start knocking back the amount of carbohydrates you take in. And don't go if you're consuming 300 grams of carbs to, 20 grams. That's going to be failure. Maybe step it down by 50 a week or 100 a week. Figure out what works for you and slowly take small steps to get there. Okay, number 4, find an accountability partner. So often, and it's happened to me, God, I can't tell you how many times I say in my mind, I'm gonna get in good shape. I'm gonna run, 3 miles or whatever, and I wanna do it by, May of this year. And then, it's just something I said I wanted, and I didn't have anything to actually hold me accountable because it was in my head. So it's like, whatever, I didn't accomplish it, no big deal. And then you're also creating a bad habit of not completing your goals by doing that. So an accountability partner allows you to stay on track. One of the things I think is great, find a few accountability partners, show them what your processes are, your controllable steps that you're gonna take, and say, hey, every week, text me and tell me to send you my weekly report card of my processes, and if I didn't achieve, say, 80% of my processes that I said I was going to, I owe you $50, I'm gonna send it through Pop Money. You do that 3 people, $150 a week? I don't wanna lose $150 a week, do you? Nope, absolutely not. Great accountability, and it's not like it's a contest. I used to do contests with people. I don't find it's as powerful. I'm not trying to actually compete with somebody. I'm trying to compete with myself. So find an accountability partner that's one way. Only you lose or win. Well, I guess only you lose if you don't. They win, if you do lose, so whatever. But you get what I'm saying. Okay, number 5, begin to eliminate refined sugars. What are we talking about, refined sugars? I'm talking about sodas, candies, things like that people often have. There's so many hidden sugars that you consume on a daily basis. Just start looking at packaging, product packaging on the nutritional label, and start seeing, under carbs, it'll have like fibers or whatever all that stuff is, and so it'll have, sugars listed. And see how many sugars it has. Like a can of Coke has like 36 grams of sugar. That's like, I think it's like 3 tablespoons of sugar or some crap. Do you just want to eat 3 tablespoons of raw sugar? Probably not, but you do that every time you drink a soda. And it's just empty calories. It doesn't fill you up. It doesn't provide any nutrition. It's just not good for you. So if you can begin to eliminate those, then you'll be a lot better off, and you'll immediately begin to take in less calories every day. And that's a big one. Number 6 is going to be time-restricted eating or fasting. So time-restricted eating is eating within a certain window every day. So you can do like 16 hours off, 8 hours on. That's 24. Okay, so you could say I'm going to eat from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. every day. So that's your eating window. And with that, I know there's a little bit of controversy on what exactly time-restricted eating is and what applies. Some researchers say that it's anything except water. Others say no, coffee's fine. My thing is whatever you can stick to. I personally I want to have coffee. I don't need coffee. I want coffee in the morning. I don't like just drinking water. It gives me a little bit of boost. So my idea of time-restricted eating is I do allow myself coffee. And probably like 18 ounces. My coffee cup's over there, so I had to look at it real quick. Probably about 18 ounces, and then everything else is water. And I do have black coffee, and I usually put stevia in it instead of what are the other ones? Definitely not sugar, Splenda, whatever those, the red packet, I don't know, Sweet and Low, whatever the heck that is. None of that stuff. Stevia seems to not really affect insulin levels, so that's what I choose to put in it, and I try to limit it. I don't try to over-sweeten it. So that's time-restricted eating. With fasting, some people fast, all day long. There's alternative day fasting, which is, no fat, no food this day, and then whatever you want the next day. A lot of people say they fast, and they pretty much fast for a 24-hour period, but they don't ever go a day without at least one meal. So if you have breakfast, then you won't eat lunch or dinner or any snacks, and then you'll have your next meal. So it's still 24 hours, but it's not no meals in a day. So you'll have breakfast, skip lunch, dinner. Your following meal will be 24 hours later when you have breakfast again, and then you'll go and eat your normal diet. So begin to practice those. Extend the amount of time that you have not eating food. It's good for you. It allows your intestines, your liver, your pancreas, all that stuff to reset and be able to function optimally when you are consuming food and doing activities, stuff like that. So number 7, perform resistance training. I talk to people all the time, and they're like, "Man, I need to lose weight. I'm gonna go on a diet, and I'm gonna do a whole bunch of cardio." And I'm like, "Cardio's great, but it's not the best. You need to have resistance training." And I'm talking about lifting heavy weight, lifting some heavy ass weight sometimes, doing higher reps, doing lower reps, having high intensity days. That's what I'm talking about. You need to stress those muscles, get them working. It helps burn calories. More muscles also equals more calorie burn. And ladies, you don't have to worry. You're not going to build obscene amounts of muscles. Just look at my wife. We do the same exact workout every single day. You see it on our videos, and she looks nothing like me, thankfully. So you got to perform resistance training. You got to be lifting some weights. Number 8, we're going with get plenty of sleep. You have to get sleep. If you're tired, your willpower is going to be in the crapper, and you're not going to be able to make good decisions. You're not going to be able to follow through with what you said you want to do, and your body just doesn't function as well. And so you need to be getting sleep. Maybe that's 7 hours, maybe it's 8 hours, maybe it's 9 hours. Figure out what amount of sleep you need to get to feel like you function your best. And that's all I got to say about that. Number 9, exercise and cardio fasted. Yes, I know I just harped on doing cardio, but you got to do some type of cardio, or you should. You don't have to, but you should. And you should do it while fasted. That's going to be best, because when you consume food and it's running around in your bloodstream as glucose, then your body's allowed to, it's going to utilize that first. And then when all the energy is consumed out of your muscles or your bloodstream, then it's going to begin to try to mobilize fat that's in your body. So if you don't have any energy floating around in there, it immediately has to begin utilizing fat that's stored. So it's going to mobilize that, get it into the bloodstream, and you're going to burn it. And a really good way to burn fat fasted is to do high intensity intervals first and then do your steady state. So maybe run like 4 or 5 sprints and then do 2 or 3 miles, 1 mile, whatever you can do. Just do high intensity first, get your warm up in, high intensity, then steady state cardio if you're going to do that, at a lower range under your VT1 threshold to burn fat. So what you're doing is you're mobilizing the fat with high intensity training with your sprints, and then you're burning the fat with your steady state cardio. Okay, last one is track your progress. You have to be tracking your progress. If you want to lose 12 pounds and you're stepping on the scale all the time, the scale's doing this, I can drink a glass of water, I gain a pound, I go pee, I lose a pound, I sweat, I lose a pound, then I drink some more water. It's all over the place. You have to track more than just your weight. Take body composition measurements, or anthropometrics as they're called. Actually log, come up with a meal plan, or buy a meal plan. It's similar, like $10 for a freaking 2, 3 week, 4 week meal plan. Get one, and then like your baseline calories if you're following that, so you have an idea. Record what you're doing daily. If you're working out, record those workouts so you can always be progressing and always be getting better with progressive overload. If you don't know what it is, look it up. Look up double progressive overload. So when you are lifting weights, you can always be getting better. Track your cardio. How fast did I run a mile? What was my average mile pace? How long did I run a sprint for? At what speed? At what incline? How long did my break take before my heart rate got back down to 100 beats per minute or whatnot? So you can see your actual progress, and you have a quick feedback loop, because 12 weeks might be, or 12 pounds might be 6 weeks, 12 weeks, and that's a long time to go without any reward. So if you track your progress, you're allowing yourself to get a reward daily, weekly, monthly, whatever your time frames may be. And when you are tracking your progress, make sure that you're using controllable metrics. It needs to be a controllable action that you can take to get you somewhere, like doing 25 minutes of cardio to burn, 120 calories or whatnot. They need to be controllable steps that you can take to actually see results, because then at the end of a period, say 2 to 4 weeks, you can then look back at your progress and determine where you are now, where you actually should have been, and then you can make adjustments based on that. And so with that, I'm done. That's all 10. If you liked them, hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. Until next time, see you guys.